Hello students, now I will discuss electrochemistry of subject engineering chemistry for BTech first year students. I am Dr. Ravi Khare from Babu Banarsi Das Engineering College Lucknow. My college code is 508. Today I will discuss electrochemical cells, standard hydrogen electrodes, batteries, lead storage batteries, discharging, charging and applications of lead storage battery. First we will start from electrochemical cell or chemical cell, galvanic cell or voltaic cell. Very interesting topic and very usable, very applicable, very practical application it is having. Now electrochemical cell or chemical cells. Galvanic cell or voltaic cell, electrochemical cell or galvanic cell is a device for converting chemical energy into electrical energy. We have already discussed, we have already studied that we can convert electrical energy into chemical energy and chemical energy into electrical energy. So, we need sub devices for this purpose. So, electrochemical cell or galvanic cell is a device for converting chemical energy into electrical energy. These cells are usually consist of two electrolytic solutions into which two electrodes of different materials are dipped. A very good practical example or application of electrochemical or galvanic cell is Daniell cell. Very important Daniell cell, very important application of electrical chemical cell or galvanic cell is Daniell cell. What is Daniell cell? I have shown in this figure. This is Daniell cell. This is Daniell cell. What is Daniell cell? It consists of zinc electrode dipped in zinc sulphate solution and a copper electrode dipped in copper sulphate solution taken in two different vessels as shown in the figure. Now, you see the figure, one vessel is this, another vessel is this, it is having zinc sulphate, zinc electrode is dipped in this zinc sulphate solution, copper electrode is dipped in copper sulphate solution. Zinc electrode is working as anode, zinc electrode is working as anode, while cathode electrode is working as cathode. Oxidation is taking place at zinc electrode, reduction is taking place in zinc electrode. You see, both two solutions are kept separately. These are not contact directly, these are contact through this unique device which is called salt bridge. Salt bridge. Now, it consists of zinc electrode dipped in zinc sulphate solution and a copper electrode dipped in copper sulphate solution as shown in the figure. These two solutions are separated by a salt bridge. The two solutions can seep through the salt bridge and come in contact with each other automatically. Another figure of galvanic cell, Daniell cell is shown below. This is another figure for your reference, for your study. This is the galvanic cell. Zinc electrode placed in zinc sulphate solution, copper electrode placed in copper sulphate solution. Oxidation reactions are taking place at zinc electrode, that is anode, negative electrode, and reduction reactions are taking place at cathode or this copper electrode. All reduction reactions are taking place here. These two electrolytic solutions, zinc sulphate and copper sulphates, are connected through this unit device salt bridge. Now, what reactions are taking place in Daniell cell? The electrode reactions in the cells are at anode. Zinc is releasing electron becoming zinc plus plus. This is oxidation reaction. This is taking place at anode. At negative electrode, copper reaction, copper ions taking electrons and becoming copper metal. This is reduction reaction. Copper ions are gaining electron, that is why it is a reduction reaction. Zinc metal are releasing electrons, therefore it is oxidation reaction. This reaction is taking place at anode, this is negative electrode. This reaction is taking place at cathode, this is positive electrode. Overall cell reaction is zinc plus copper ion is equal to zinc ion plus copper metal. This is overall reaction for Daniell cell. Now, how will you represent Daniell cell in writing? There are two big figure. Is it not possible to draw or mention this whole figure in test or anywhere where we are referring Daniell cell? So, it needs some representation or some symbolic representation for Daniell cell. Representation of galvanic cell. Galvanic cell may be represented as zinc semicolon zinc plus plus within bracket concentration should be mentioned 1 molar concentration, double vertical line, this is represented as salt bridge, copper ion Cu plus plus within bracket concentration semicolon copper. The best presentation is this: zinc single vertical line, zinc ion with concentration, double vertical line which is salt bridge, representation of salt bridge, copper ions, concentration of copper ion, single vertical line, copper metal. This is the best representation for representation of Daniell cell everywhere. Now, see here every symbol, every vertical line, every semicolon has unique meaning, which means here zinc and zinc plus plus are separated or written with single vertical line. This single vertical line represents that solid phase zinc is in contact with zinc ion which is liquid phase. Similarly, this is salt bridge which is connecting two solutions without mixing extensively, which is the requirement of the Daniell cell. Now, what is salt bridge? It is very unique device for Daniell cell. It helps to connect two solutions indirectly. It provides passage to ions, not allowed extensive mixing of two solutions. Now, what is salt bridge? In galvanic cell, the solution in the two compartments may be connected by a device which is called as salt bridge as shown in the figure. This is the salt bridge. The salt bridge is a U shape as shown in the figure, filled with an electrolyte such as NaCl, KCl or K2SO4 solution. It provides a passage to ions only from one compartment to another compartment without extensive mixing of two solutions. Without extensive mixing, this is very important word for salt bridge concept. Okay. Now, what is the function of salt bridge? A salt bridge acts as an electrical contact between the two half cells. This is important parameter. If two cells are not in contact, electricity will not flow. So, salt bridge provides electrical contact between two half cells. It prevents mechanical flow of solution, but it provides a free path for the migration of ions to maintain an electric current through the electrolyte solution. It prevents the accumulation of charges also. A salt bridge helps in maintaining the charge balance in two half cells. This is unique character of salt bridge which is using in the preparation, which is using in the device of Daniell cell. We have used for comparison standard hydroelectrode. Generally questions are asked, what is a standard hydroelectrode? Define its standard define standard hydroelectrode. So, what is standard hydroelectrode? The standard hydroelectrode is often abbreviated to SHE, standard hydrogen electrode, or NHE, normal hydrogen electrode, and its standard electric potential is declared or taken to be 0 at temperature of 298 K. This is because of it acts as a reference for comparison with any other electrode. These electrodes are shown in the figure. This is one figure which is representing standard hydroelectrode. This is another figure representing standard hydrogen electrode. Now, question arises, why it is called SHE, standard hydrogen electrode? The hydroelectrode is generally called as standard hydroelectrode because both hydrogen and hydrogen ions are present in their standard state. What does it mean? It means temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere, and at these conditions it is called standard hydrogen electrode. Now, we come to the batteries. You generally use battery in torch, in remote, all sensors, in cameras, laptop, we use batteries. Now, battery is directly connected with electrochemistry topic. The combination of two or more two galvanic cells electrically connected to work together for producing electrical energy is called battery. The combination of two or more than two galvanic cells electrically connected to work together for producing electrical energy is called battery. Batteries are of either two types of following cells: primary cells number 1 and secondary cells. Primary cells, in these type of cells fixed amount of energy is stored, and once it has been used up the cell is considered dead, which means the chemical reactions in the cell occur once only. For example, dry cell. Dry cell means Leclanché cell and Mercury cell, second example. Now, secondary cells. Secondary cells means the cells or battery which you use again and again after charging and charging, use and again. Generally, this is layman definition. A secondary cell is one in which electrodes and electrolytes are altered by chemical action when cell delivers the current. We can alter the position of electrodes by applying external EMF. So, a secondary cell is one in which electrodes and electrolytes are altered by the chemical action when the cell delivers the current. These are of two types. For example, automobile battery. A very good example of automobile battery is lead storage battery, and second example is nickel cadmium cell. We will discuss here lead storage battery. It is very important and it has great application in daily life. What is lead storage battery? A storage cell is defined as the cell or battery which can operate both as voltaic cell and as an electrical cell. We use word can operate both as voltaic cell as an electrical cell. Voltaic cell means the cell which is providing current to us, and electrical cell means when we store electrical energy. Okay. Now, such cells can work to store electrical energy and can also supply electrical energy. A very good example of storage cell is lead storage battery. Now, you can see here. This is lead storage battery, sample diagram of lead storage battery. One of its electrode in the lead storage battery, one of its electrode is made of lead. Lead means Pb. The other electrode is made of lead dioxide PbO2. A number of lead plates, that is negative plates. Negative plates means anodes, are connected in parallel, and a number of lead dioxide plates, that is positive plate means cathodes, are also connected in parallel as shown in the figure. You see here by red color you are showing lead dioxide plate, this is cathode plates, number of red color plates in parallel they are placed. Blue color plates, these are from lead plates, negative plates, anode plates, these are parallel with each other. The lead plates fit in between the lead dioxide plates, means anode plates are fit in between the cathode plates. Various plates are separated from the adjacent one by insulators such as rubber or glass fibers. These two plates cannot contact directly. The entire combination is then immersed in approximately 20 to 21% dilute sulfuric acid. Now, you have idea of this battery. This is the real shape of battery. Lead dioxide plates are shown below, positive plates, that is cathodes, lead plates, negative plates, anodes, sulfuric acid is there, very dilute sulfuric acid is there, and this is case. These are terminals, anode and cathode, negative and positive cathode terminals. This is complete picture of lead storage battery. Now, we come to the chemical reactions occurring in the battery, in the cells, lead storage battery. We can use term discharging and charging of lead storage battery. So, what do you mean by discharging of lead storage battery? Means when lead storage battery is operating as supplying electrical current or energy, it is called as voltaic cell. Means when you are getting electricity from battery, then you have to tell it is working as voltaic cell. Voltaic cell means you are getting electrical energy from the battery. So, discharging means when you are getting current from the battery. So, when lead storage battery is operating as supplying electrical current or energy, it is called as voltaic cell, that is it is said to be discharging, and following chemical reactions are taking place in the battery. The lead electrodes, electrode means the electrodes which is made of anode, Pb. The lead electrodes lose electrons which flow through the wires. In this reaction, oxidation of lead takes place at the anode. You know, at the anode oxidation is always taking place. So, at anode lead is releasing electrons in this way, Pb giving up 2 electrons, converting Pb++. This is oxidation reaction. These Pb ions, lead ions, combine with sulphate ions, forming lead sulphate, which is depositing there. From where it is obtaining? You are immersing all the system in very dilute sulfuric acid, and these sulphate ions are available from the sulfuric acid, and these sulphate ions combine with lead ions forming lead sulphate. The electrons released from the anode, that is lead plate, flows to the dioxide plate. Here PbO2 gains electrons to form lead ions, again lead ions are forming. So, at the cathode PbO2 lead dioxide is gaining electron which are released by the lead, forming again Pb++, and this Pb++ again reacting with SO4 ions forming lead sulphate, PbSO4. Therefore, the net reaction during the use of discharging is this. You can combine this reaction, add this reaction, this reaction, this reaction, this reaction, you will get finally this reaction. This reaction representing discharging of electrical energy from lead storage battery. Now, what is the function of lead sulphate? आपने लेड बैटरी यूज़ की है, जनरली आप घर में वर्ड यूज़ करते हो, इन्वर्टर ख़त्म हो गया, अब करंट नहीं दे रहा है, व्हाट डज इट मीन? दिस इज सीजिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट इज ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ लेड सल्फेट. ये क्या करते हैं? लेड सल्फेट are generating here. These occupying position of electrodes, ये इलेक्ट्रोड्स को कवर कर लेते हैं. इलेक्ट्रोड्स को कम्प्लीटली जब कवर कर लेते हैं तो इलेक्ट्रोड्स इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज करना बंद कर देते हैं. जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज करना बंद करते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन का फ्लो सीज हो जाता है. इलेक्ट्रॉन का फ्लो सीज होने का मतलब क्या हुआ? फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन स्टॉप्ड एंड देयर इज नो फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन मीन्स नो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तो हम इसको लेमैन लैंग्वेज कहते हैं इन्वर्टर ने काम करना बंद कर दिया है. ओके, नाउ चार्जिंग ऑफ लेड स्टोरेज बैटरी. During the process of discharging, when we are taking current from the battery, during the process of discharging, both anode and cathode become covered with PbSO4, resulting cell ceases to work as voltaic cell, means discharging the supply of current. During charging, the reactions taking place during discharging are reversed by passing the external EMF and following reactions are taking place. जनरली हम लोग ये वर्ड यूज़ करते हैं, इन्वर्टर ख़त्म हो गया है, करंट आ जाएगा, उसमें ऐड कर दो, फिर से चार्ज हो जाएगा. दिस इज मीनिंग. नाउ चार्जिंग ऑफ lead storage battery. During charging, the reaction taking place during this are reversed by passing an external EMF and following reactions are taking place. PbSO4 getting 2 electrons, converting Pb and SO4 ions. This is first reaction. PbSO4 plus 2 electrons plus lead plus sulfate ions, and PbSO4 plus 2H2O giving out PbO2 SO4 ions plus 2 4H ions plus 2 electrons. Now, remember the initial paragraph of lead storage battery. Lead storage battery is in which lead electrode and lead dioxide electrode are used, which are dipped in very dilute sulfuric acid. Lead electrode is working as anode, while lead dioxide electrode is working as cathode. Anode is negative plate, cathode is positive plate. Anode, that is lead electrode, lead plates releasing electron, and cathode PbO2 accepting electron. Now, you see Pb is getting again initial position, PbO2 is again getting their initial position. Therefore, the net reaction during the charging, add these two reactions, you will get this. 2 PbSO4 plus 2H2O plus energy means external EMF is equal to Pb plus PbO2 plus 4H ions plus 2H2SO4 SO4. Now, Pb and PbO2 gain their original position. It is clear from the above reactions that during charging the cell electrodes are restored to their original conditions, that is lead and PbO2 respectively, resulting cell starts functioning as voltaic cell. This is the mechanism after the charging lead storage battery to provide electrical current. In this way, we can have charging and discharging of lead storage battery. So, we can keep continuing obtaining electric current from lead storage battery. There are various applications of lead storage battery. Some important uses of or applications of lead storage battery are: it is used as automobile for starting and lighting, used as lighting of railway trains, used at generating stations or substations to operate protective devices, used in telephone exchange, used in emergency tube light. Lead storage battery are also used for lighting purpose in remote areas. These are the very important applications of lead storage battery. Now, you can recall What is lead storage battery? This is very important question for final semester examinations, even semester odd even semester examinations. Full mark question is asked in every semester examinations. Define lead storage battery and discuss its charging and discharging. Sometime it is asked that discuss the lead storage battery and chemical reaction involved when it is working as voltaic cell. Means question is indirectly asking you discuss the discharging of lead storage battery. Voltaic cell means when it is functioning to supply electrical current. So, it is called as voltaic cell. So, voltaic cell. Now, this is the figure, this is the diagram. You can see here large number of lead plates, lead dioxide plates are arranged in parallel. One plate lead dioxide, another plate is lead, again lead dioxide, lead. In this diagram, red color show lead dioxide plates, blue color show lead plates. Lead dioxide plates are cathode and lead plates are anode. So, this is the arrangement of lead storage battery. This arrangement is immersed in very dilute sulfuric acid, say 20 to 21% concentration of sulfuric acid. So, this is the functioning of lead storage battery. These are the chemical reactions involved in the lead storage battery. Pb giving out 2 electrons, these 2 electrons are gaining by lead dioxide. So, full of electron is there, full of electron means current is there. You can sum up these all reactions, you will get final reaction. These are the chemical reactions involved in the lead storage battery. This is the discharging of lead storage battery. Now, reverse the electrodes means provide external EMF. These reactions will be reversed. PbSO4 will get 2 electrons giving out lead and PbSO4 plus 2S2O giving you lead dioxide again. So, in these through these reactions lead and lead dioxide's electrodes are restored to their original conditions, lead and lead dioxide respectively, resulting cell start functioning as voltaic cell again, and it is a very important battery which has great applications in our daily life. Automobile industry, lighting of railway trains, used in generators, operating protective devices, used in telephone exchange, emergency tube light and lighting purpose in remote areas. These have very great applications. This is all about lead storage battery. Thank you.